everyone. This is a contest video for Rachel, the Music Man. So Rachel, I believe it's 400, something like that. A lot of people. That's a lot of details for me, okay? But I promise you I was going to do this. If you haven't watched Rachel's channel, very knowledgeable person on music. Really knows her stuff. Huge Beatles fan, but she likes all kinds of stuff. Has lots of trivia, a lot of things in that head of hers, so it's always fun to see what she comes up with. But also, she's very good at always responding to you. You respond on her video, she sends you a note back. She's great at responding on my videos, so I really appreciate you, Rachel. I think that's really cool. So this video has 3 questions, and this is the second time. I did this once already tonight, and I did it with green screen. And Rachel, I mean, I worked up this green screen. I had pictures of everything, and I don't know, something's really wrong. The computer really slowed down, but my voice is 5 seconds behind everything else. It was bad. So you're going to get the stripped down, more boring, not pizzazz version of this. And I got a light really shining there, but I'm in my travel gear here because Rachel's first question was talk about a pilgrimage. Now I guess it's a musical pilgrimage, and you want to know something? I really have taken a musical pilgrimage. I told Rachel about that, so she says, well, tell about one that you want to do. But first, let's talk about a couple pilgrimages. What the biggest one I ever did, my favorite pilgrimage I ever took, was there. That's Frank Lloyd Wright's Falling Water House. And I was just, it has been on my list of things to see for years and years, and finally I went there. And this whole book, this book here, this is all the architecture, all the houses that Frank Lloyd Wright has built. And I will tell you this, I've done a lot of pilgrimages right off of this book because I'm a huge fan of architecture. I know, there's one more thing. Okay, I love architecture. It's art, it's beauty, and Frank Lloyd Wright is my favorite architect with his prairie style, and so I chase after it. And I've taken this with me even on my travels when I get to towns. Is there a Frank Lloyd Wright house here? Let me find out. And I go take a look at it. So really cool. I took a pilgrimage to see Louis Sinclair's house. Louis Sinclair, he wrote Main Street, and his house is in Sauk Center, Minnesota. That was really neat. And in Minnesota, I took the whole family to see the world's biggest twine, a ball of twine. It's huge, it's humongous. It's there, it's in Minnesota. I had a picture on my other one. Don't have a picture for you now, but I did take them to see that. Another pilgrimage was to the Andy Warhol Art Museum. And oh, but I do have one rock and roll one. I did do a pilgrimage to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. After that had opened up, I'd probably been open a year or so. It takes me a while, but I had to go, and I've been there 3 or 4 times now, but that was a big one. But here's my trip, and this actually, I almost did this trip last year, but at the last minute, I don't know, for whatever reason, I didn't do it. But it's a planned trip, and here's exactly what I want to do. So you ready, Rachel? Are you sitting down? Here we go. This is my trip. So I'm going to fly from Michigan, and we're going to fly into Memphis, okay? We're going to fly, can we see that okay? Here we go. We're going to fly to Memphis. In Memphis, I'm going to Sun Studios. That's what I want to see. I want to see Sun Studios. I could give a rat's ass about going to Graceland. That's not that important to me. Sun Studios is important to me. So we're going to go to Sun Studios, and then we're going to just spend a little time looking at some of the blues, maybe go to a few blues clubs. Then the next day, we're going to come down here. We're going to grab a highway here, okay? See this highway? We're going to go through Mississippi. See that? Can you see that okay, Rach? All right. And we're going to go over here. This is Florence. And in Florence, next to Florence, and that's in Alabama, and they're going to love my accent, next to Florence is Muscle Shoals, and that's where Fame Studio is. So we're going to go see Fame Studio, and I think we'll spend overnight there, okay? So the next day, all right, let's find my next map here. Hold on. Just be patient. Got to flip through this. It's easier when you got a green screen going on. Okay. So I'm going to leave Florence, And we're going to take some side roads, okay? When I travel, I don't like to take interstate. Interstate ruins everything. You don't see things. You have to take the side roads. But we're going to go here to Clarksdale. Can you see it right there? It's Clarksdale. And that's where the crossroads are. That's where the devil, that's where Robert Johnson sold his soul. And they have a big marker there. I pretty much figure my soul's not worth a whole heck of a lot. So I'll just go there and I'll sell my soul for something. I'm not going to get a lot for it, but it's worth a try. So maybe we'll spend overnight there. That'd be night 2. Then we're going to come down here the next day. There, see that? That's Indianola. That's B.B. King has roots there, and Albert King does. Actually, there's a big sign about Albert King right there in Indianola. Then we're going to go over to Yazoo City. I just like the name of Yazoo City, and I know there's a bunch of blues stuff there, and they got a really cool downtown where every building's painted different. So we're going to go Yazoo City, okay? And then we're going to drive. We're going to take this back road. See, this is kind of scenic. You probably can't see it, but we're going to go down here. We're going to spend overnight in Natchez. And the next day, cross the Mississippi into Louisiana. So let's go over to Louisiana. Are we having fun? This is going to be a great trip. So at Natchez here, we are, there's Natchez. We're going to go boom, 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 like this. We're going to go through Alexandria. Then we're going to come down and right here. See that? St. Charles. St. Charles not only is all kinds of crawdads. I'm not a huge fan of crawdads, but I'm sure they'll make them right down there. That's Zydeco land, man. That's home, Zydeco. So we're going to go there, and the hope is to take in some Zydeco music and buy some albums. And we're going to spend overnight there. Then we're going to go over to Lafayette. And then we're going to follow this route, though, right along the bayous and that, because it'll be a lot creepier. Maybe we'll see some alligators. But then we're going to Lafayette. And in Lafayette, there's more Zydeco music. We're going to really enjoy that. And then finally, we're going to go down and we'll spend maybe a day or 2 in New Orleans and take in some jazz and fly back home to Michigan. An actual planned trip that I will be taking one of these days. I doubt my wife's coming. Question number 2, how did I come up with my channel name? I put a lot of thought into this. I mean, I really did. I sat there, what should I call it? Oh, I got to have something catchy, something that's just going to have some pizzazz to it. And so I came up with Vinyl Community Steve Carlson. It just had a pow to it, I thought. And if I named it anything else, I wouldn't remember it probably. I'd forget, but at least I can still remember my name. So I felt, you know, getting older, that's probably a good thing. Really reason though is in my life I've moved around a lot and I've met a lot of people, but I've lost contact with them. So I thought, just in case someone ever wanted to go, whatever happened to Steve Carlson, you can go on YouTube and there my name would pop up. There would be videos, or you can Google it. They'll show my channel, and then they can find me and they can contact me. In 2 years nobody has, but just in case you can do that. So name channel. Finally, lyrics. Some nice lyrics, I guess, right? They're supposed to be nice lyrics, loving lyrics, something that makes you feel good, I believe. Is that how it goes? So my first one, playing this in the background, this is Lyle Lovitz, and this is from Pontiac. And he had this beautiful song. It's a lovely song, and it's called She's No Lady. And let me read you those. She goes, she hates my mama, she hates my daddy too. She loves to tell me she hates the things I do. She loves to lie beside me almost every night. She's no lady, she's my wife. The preacher asked her, and she said, I do. The preacher asked me, and she said, yes, he does too. And the preacher said, I pronounce you 99 to life. Son, she's no lady, she's your wife. God, that's beautiful, isn't it? Touches me right there. Wow. But I do have one other one I want to share. And this one is from Shelby Lynn. I love Shelby Lynn. I thought she's a great songwriter, has made some great music. She's had her own demons that she's chased. But when Johnny Cash died, she wrote a song for him. And it was Johnny Met Jew. And it goes like this. Got some news today from the radio man. He spoke the words softly and as somber as he can. The world stood still and the sky opened up. Made my way to fill up my coffee cup. Then it occurred to me as daylight sky shone blue, today's the day Johnny met June. He waited a while. He knew that he would. He was going to hang around here for as long as he could. The days went by and hours idly passed. He was never quite sure just how long he would last. But there's not much love in a lonely room. Today's the day that Johnny met June. Isn't that beautiful, man? When June Carter died, I told my wife, I says, Johnny Cash won't last long. Maybe a month, maybe 2 months, but he's going to pass quickly. And she goes, why? I says, because June Carter's his soulmate. And when someone loses a true soulmate, they don't stick around long. Because the reason for living is really gone, and all they want to do is spend their time back with their soulmate. And that's what June Carter was to Johnny Cash. So it wasn't a big surprise that he passed quickly after that. And I'm happy he did. Because you know what? He needed to go back and be with June. So beautiful thing from Shelby Lynn, almost as good as Lyle Lovett. And who makes better stuff than country, right? When it comes to that. So there it is, Rachel. I hope I answered that. I have a couple days left. I'm terrible at getting in contests early. I just have to think of something. And I really had a great thing planned. It was pretty cool. But you'll never know, right? You'll never know. Sorry about that. But I love your channel. I like what you do. I appreciate you. You seem to be a very genuine and a wonderful person. And I like that. So thank you for putting on this contest. Welcome. Keep going. 1,000 subs, whatever, 2,000, 3,000. You just keep going on. But enjoy the music, and that's what's most important. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Have a good night. Bye.